Welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. This episode is brought to you by Rebecca Wright, one of our newest Patreon patrons. Today, I am joined by Sergio, and we welcome you all to our Pre-3 episode. We have combined Pre and E3 for Pre-3. Regardless, today we'll be making predictions for E3 2019 regarding Nintendo and all things Animal Crossing. So to begin, hello Sergio, how are you doing?
Hi Chewy, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good morning, pretty good weekend. You know, the E3 excitement is in the air since yesterday, and it's just going to keep going and building up. Tuesday is the last day. Actually, the Nintendo Treehouse, man, it's going to be a full week of excitement.
Yeah, it's pretty nonstop now. Like yesterday, a lot of you joined me on stream while I was watching the tournaments and stuff. There were a lot of you there for the Super Mario Maker 2 Invitational, which was awesome. I thought it was so cool. They definitely focused on showing off like a lot of the new things that we can do, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so I really like that. And then Splatoon 2, that World Championship was awesome. I am always watching Splatoon 2 tournaments pretty much every weekend because they happen all the time.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this one's fun because like they had a big shiny trophy that was a squid, well, the Kraken, you know, and it was cool. It was very cool to see that.
Yeah, this was my first year really following the tournament from the beginning, and I got really into it. It's nice to watch really, really highly competitive play on that game. It's just so awesome.
Yeah. It's always good to see a lot of those teams, especially like I recognize a lot of the players just because I watch tournaments all the time.
Right.
So seeing them like on a bigger stage like that is pretty exciting.
Right.
So before we get too deep into this show, I do want to give you all a reminder. We are having our Animal Crossing Guess the Name contest, which is, we know it's called Animal Crossing, but Animal Crossing what? Is it Animal Crossing Wild World? No, we got that already. City Folk, it's been done. So whatever you think this next Animal Crossing game, we are taking your answers. I'm going to go over the rules, but first I want to say I will be putting a cutoff on this contest at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on June 11th. So a couple hours before the direct, I am going to wake up. I'm going to look at that spreadsheet. I'm going to take the last few answers that I see there, and that'll be it. That's it. I'm going to put it on my other spreadsheet. Any new answers that are added won't show up on this other spreadsheet. So that is the cutoff. So this is your warning now. Last 2 days. After that, so if you want to enter this, it is exclusive to our Discord. So there's a link in the description if you're listening on YouTube right now to join the Discord, and you can find the contest in our announcements. It's the second announcement up because I made another one about this live podcast, of course.
Right.
But you look at that, you'll be able to find the link to that spreadsheet. And now for the rules, you can make 5 guesses for the subtitle of the next Animal Crossing game. 5. Patrons, they can make 10. So if you're a patron on Patreon / Chewy Plays Nintendo, that's also in the description, you do get 10 guesses. Other than that, it's 5, which is still a lot, and it's hard to come up with them at this point.
Oh, yes.
Because we have so many guesses already. I have highlighted a bunch that are duplicates, but here's some more rules. There are no duplicate guesses allowed. Check if yours is taken. I am also double checking all of the answers. Like I said, I keep another spreadsheet that is up to date with everything. Last time I did it was just this morning, so I have a pretty recent version of this one. Another rule: no deleting other guesses. It's a Drive thing. We can check the revision history. We'll see if anybody's doing anything that they shouldn't be doing. So next rule is, of course, no cheating or switching other people's guesses. Just don't do that. We're going to find out. We're going to know. So you'll be disqualified if you do. So try just, play fair. Feel free to revise your guesses. Like I said, I've highlighted duplicates. I am highlighting them because I want you to get as many guesses as you can. So if you can get 5 guesses, I want you to have all 5 guesses. So if yours is highlighted, double check. Change your name or change your answer. Leave a note or something just so I can double check it later on, or yeah, just leave a note. I have people putting the date at the top. So if your date is pretty recent and you have a highlighted answer and you kept it highlighted after changing it, I can double check that answer. I know which one to double check. So that'll make it easy for all of you. So yeah, like I said, we can check the revision history. We're going to know if anybody's doing anything bad or wrong on the spreadsheet. So you will get disqualified in that chance. But otherwise, play fair and you should get your guesses. The winner of the contest, if somebody does guess what the name of the game is, they will be getting a copy of Animal Crossing Switch, their choice, digital, physical, whichever they want. They will get a copy of the game. If Sergio and I guess correctly, something very special will happen. And Sergio and I have talked about this. I revealed it. I don't know if you know this, Sergio. I revealed it to everybody who listens to Chewy Chat on Mondays.
Oh, nice.
Which is another Discord exclusive thing. So every Monday I just chat with people while I drive home from work. But regardless, I revealed it. And what will happen is Sergio and I will give out 3 copies of the game to our 3 favorite answers. So if we guess it correctly, there will be 3 copies that we'll be giving out to our favorite guesses on the naming contest. And like I said, there is a cutoff on your guesses. So be sure to get them in at least 2 hours before the Nintendo Direct on Tuesday. So that's the timing there. Yeah, so I think that's the main stuff, that naming contest. Hopefully everybody has fun with it. Any listeners have fun with it. Of course, this will be up Monday morning, so anybody who's not here live, now's your chance. If you're listening to this and this episode just came out, get on this contest so you can enter. So one last thing before we get into the official show, we're going to have some audience participation. So our first question for all of you is, do you think Animal Crossing will be delayed or not delayed? So I'll see these answers come in. I'm seeing some no's, some yeses. What are you? I guess there's a little bit of a delay on YouTube, Sergio. But whenever you see some answers start to roll in, let me know.
Yeah, I see people saying they hope not.
Yeah. So Medi says yes. Cathario says no. Jinko says not. Jam says not delayed. Topaz Tan says no delay. Mimi says nope. A lot of people are saying no. A lot of no delays. Medi is chiming in again, delayed to 2020.
On YouTube, we have Winnie World saying, gosh, I sure hope not. Track 44 says not delayed. Danger Noodle says no. Buff Pixel says, I hope no. Not fellas. Danger says, please no. Yeah, mostly no.
All right. I want to point out Emily with 1 Y. She said, if it's delayed, I'll cry. And that is the honest truth.
Yes.
Yep. So we're going to see what happens. So let's go ahead and get into our E3 predictions. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was a bit of what was confirmed, what is likely to get shown, just because we know about it. We haven't seen it, and what we have yet to know. And maybe I should have moved one of these into that what is likely section. But real quickly, I wanted to just touch up on what is confirmed. We know Luigi's Mansion 3 will be there. Yes. We know Link's Awakening will be there. Pokemon Sword and Shield, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character number 2. And that was confirmed just yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, so I guess, what are you thinking about these games that we know are going to be there?
I think we're going to hear a little bit about all of these. I think we're even going to see a little bit about something like even Mario Maker 2, considering that it's coming out that month. The Smash announcement, it sounds exciting. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't just go ahead and reveal it yesterday, but I guess they just wanted everything on Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering why Nintendo isn't just having fun with these things, because there's 2 games that feature kind of silhouettes of incoming characters or, guessing what character that is. that's Pokemon and Smash, you know? Whenever
Yes.
you get a new fighter in Smash, it's like new challenger approaching, and we get a silhouette, we get this really cool kind of thing going on, you know? And then in Pokemon, you literally have the game, who's that Pokemon? So when we see things like the Pokemon conference, I guess 2 weeks ago now, they had the opportunity to be like, who's that Pokemon? And then show us a silhouette of one of the new ones. Probably like a round silhouette, just so you think it's like that meme where it's like a Chansey or something.
Yeah.
But it ended up being Wooloo, you know,
Right,
like the
yeah.
sheep. Like, that would be fun. Like, it'd be fun to leave people with a little teaser and then let them find out in a week. Like, we're going to find out in a week. Why not just give us a little taste, you know? And so
Right.
the Smash Bros. Is the same thing. Like, they could have given us a little bit more of a teaser. I bet you it's something vague with, like, a character that's, like, I don't know, because we had a Smash Ball, and then he's like, oh, it's a fake Smash Ball now.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, what character, I don't know, transforms or you think is real but ends up being not real, or
Right. Right.
you know, like maybe that's the teaser there. Maybe he was just messing with us. I
Yes.
don't know. But I wish it was like more like new challenger approaching, and they give us like some really weird silhouette thing that we can't recognize.
Right.
I just want them to have more fun like that, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's fun for them and it's fun for us, really.
Yeah. And it's not like it's in 2 days.
Yeah.
We're not, because it does a couple things. For one, it gets us a little bit prepped because the thing's 2 days away. Like, we're not far from seeing all these announcements. And then two, it just distracts people from all the fake leaks, the rumors, all that thing floating around this time of year where we just, I don't know. I feel like they're missing an opportunity to like distract people and keep them from finding a real leak or a real rumor, you know?
Yes, yes. And out of the games that we listed as confirmed, I'm pretty excited for most of them. Yeah.
I am. I mean, I have zero interest in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I have no interest at all.
I didn't want to say it, but I agree.
I mean, I've watched all the movies. I keep track of superheroes and things, but I just what we've seen of this game, I'm like, it just looks clunky, kind of ugly. I'm sure it'll be fun or something, but I'm not gonna play it still. I'm just not.
No, right.
Especially when I have all of my backlog still, and then I'm just trying to get through that before Animal Crossing comes out.
Yeah.
And Super Mario Maker 2 comes out later this month, so I'm busy. I'm just busy.
Yeah, we're working on our backlogs, and then there's a couple of games to add to that in the meantime. So it's tough. We have to be a little bit picky.
Yeah, I mean, this month is Mario Maker for me, and then I'm really excited for Fire Emblem.
Yes.
So here's the next little thing. So what is likely to be there that we have not really seen more of, but we know about? Of course, we have Fire Emblem and Super Mario Maker 2, which have been confirmed to be coming out. Like, they have release dates, which is more than a lot of things. The other thing that we haven't really seen of, but has a release date, is Astral Chain. And then outside of that, there's only one more game in 2019 that we know about. It's gotten at least just 2019. I think you know what this all is. It's Animal Crossing Switch. We know about this game for the first time ever. First time in a very long time. We're going into an E3 knowing that there is an Animal Crossing game on the way. The last time this happened was 2015. I think in February 2015, it was revealed. I think Happy Home Designer was revealed.
Yes.
And then the next time we got info was at E3, where they showed off not just Happy Home Designer, but also a brand new HD Animal Crossing that everybody cares about and loves dearly, Amiibo Festival. Just kidding.
The pinnacle of the franchise.
Yeah, it's clearly the best game that we've ever gotten by Nintendo at all. No, but like that E3, like, we knew there was an Animal Crossing game coming, and they showed it off. There was 2 trailers for Animal Crossing games during the presentation, and then 2 very long like E3 Nintendo Treehouse segments for those games, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my expectation at this point. Like, we, for once, know an Animal Crossing game is on the way. We haven't seen a trailer. We haven't seen anything. E3 is the place to show it off, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about this a little bit more, of course, but we're going to continue on with this last little segment of what we have yet to know about. So there are like 4 games that I listed here that people have been waiting for. I'm sure some of them you'll care about, some of them you won't. There's Daemon X Machina, Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Metroid Prime 4.
Ooh.
So those are 4 games that we know about. Nintendo has yet to say anything about. What do you think about these 4?
I think they have yet to say anything about any of these. Like recently, I guess besides the start from scratch, basically for Metroid Prime 4, but definitely the other 3, there hasn't been a lot much to discuss, especially Bayonetta 3, because that one was announced a while ago. So I personally, I don't think we're gonna see that one at E3, but I think that one is, for some reason, I think it just fits better in a standard direct outside of E3.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like Bayonetta 3 was first revealed, was it E3 2017, or was it during that initial January 2017 thing where they first showed the Switch? I don't remember.
Right.
Also,
Yeah.
I saw somebody mention Rune Factory 5. I'm gonna throw that one in there too.
Ah, that's right.
Because that one, it's on the way. We don't know much about it either. But I will say, of these games, I guess I'm interested in Shin Megami Tensei 5. I've played a little bit of that series. It's hard. It's very difficult.
Oh.
It's a turn-based RPG kind of thing, at least the one I played, and it was very difficult. I died a lot more than I usually die in those types of games. And then Metroid Prime 4, I'm sure people are excited about it. I don't see it happening just because, I don't know,
Yes.
maybe they've only been working on this game for like 6-7 months so far.
Yes, that's right.
So I'm not expecting too much from it. But who knows, like maybe Retro is just like, hey, you guys, maybe let's start working on a Metroid game and then just pitch this to Nintendo at some point, which may have been the case,
Yeah, it would be kind of cool if they just say, okay, we're going to show you the pitch that we threw to Nintendo sort of to get the franchise back. Don't expect this in the final game, but we just kind of wanted to show you. That's the thing that most people are going to expect that stuff. So that's why they wouldn't show us that. But it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would just love a documentary about this game later, like from Nintendo. Like,
yeah.
Here's what happened with the old game. Like, it'd be so interesting to know, like, what got scrapped from something.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to get into our predictions, but I have one question for you, Sergio. So Nintendo said they're focusing on 2019 Nintendo Switch software for... the E3 show, right? So
yes,
they're focusing on 2019 games. Do you think that they'll stick to that or show us some 2020 games?
No, I think they're not going to stick to that. They're going to show us 2020 games, and there's evidence all the time. They said that last year, E3 2018, and then they opened the direct with Daemon X Machina, which is a 2019 title. And even back then when they showed it, they said, hey, it's 2019. So right from the beginning, they're like, nah, we know what we said. We don't care. Here you go. Yeah. And Nintendo doesn't care because honestly, they don't have to.
Yeah, you're totally right. I forgot they completely opened with just here's a 2020 game, y'all. You thought you knew what was coming? Well, I mean, you pretty much did, because all we're really going to announce is Super Mario Party. So
yeah,
they did not give us too much last year. It's been a quiet year.
Yeah. And besides the new games, I think some of the games that we know about are actually going to turn into 2020. So I'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, that's why I think we're going to see those games too.
Yeah, that could be it. So I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to say I'm starting to doubt that they're going to show 2020 games. And it's mostly because we've only had one Nintendo Direct this whole year. Just one in February. And we're getting pretty far into the year, and we know there are so many games that are still going to come out. They just have too many games to talk about that are coming the rest of this year. So
Gotcha.
I think if we do see 2020 games, that might not happen till fall.
Yeah, that's a good point. Really good point.
Yeah, but I mean, it is E3 and they always pull those tricks with us, and you may be onto something when you say maybe some of these 2019 games are going to turn into 2020 games.
Right.
Yeah, so let's get into our general Nintendo predictions, and then we'll do our Animal Crossing predictions. So I'll have you start, Sergio. What are your predictions for Nintendo this E3?
Well, to go back to what I said about a game getting delayed, I think we're going to see Luigi's Mansion 3. It's going to get an official title for the game, and it's going to get delayed for February 2020. Again, this is just my speculation, but I am basing it on the fact that Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, the 3DS game, it also got delayed. It was supposed to come out in 2012, and it ended up coming out in March 2013. So I see Nintendo wanting to get a Luigi's Mansion game around October for Halloween, but I also see them, and there's evidence before, they can just delay it to February.
I mean, they could. What? I want to say Dark Moon came out weirdly early, like a February month or something, like sometime in the spring.
Yes.
And I know I hear this probably more than anything, but Luigi's Mansion is October, Sergio. It's hands down October.
Hopefully. And, it is going to be playable at E3. So that it's, it could be either way for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's September, but also like I could see that being the game that they hold back another year just to have something at some point. For example, Yoshi's Crafted World, it was ready. A lot of people reported that it was ready to go, and they just kind of held it back till March, to put it out. So, or was it April? I
want to say late March. I think it was late March.
Yeah, so late March, pretty much April, but they held on to a game. Like, we know Nintendo, if they don't feel like they have something going on, they could hold on to something and put it out a little bit later. But I guess I don't quite believe the delay just because they have confirmed that it's going to be one of the playable titles there.
Right.
I'm trying to remember if Yoshi was playable in 2017. I do remember that we got like a huge treehouse segment for Yoshi's Crafted World, but I don't remember if it was playable on the floor. It'd be much easier if we went to these things to remember.
Yeah, for sure. And, I'm really excited for the game, for sure. I'm a big fan of the franchise. But I see Nintendo, if they have to delay something, this one kind of makes sense. Again, because some of those games have come out in spring. And if you don't delay this, what? Are you going to delay Zelda or are you going to delay Animal Crossing? And I think for Nintendo's sake, Luigi's Mansion would be the best one to delay if they had to.
Yeah, that could be true. All right, so my first prediction is that Daemon X Machina is going to get delayed and eventually canceled.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling their whole demo pre-thing just did not go well. So I didn't try it out. I don't know how interested I am in that game, but I'm just going to guess it's already delayed and canceled.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a bold statement. I have it pegged for September on my end. I think it's gonna just come out. It's gonna be a little bit quiet. I didn't really. No, I actually didn't play the demo. I'm not too interested, but I know some people are. And Nintendo has said for a long time that it's coming out in this summer. So yeah, I think it'll make it. It'll be a quiet release, but I think it'll be out in September.
I mean, it's possible, but who knows? All right, what's your next prediction?
So I think there's going to be one of those moments where Nintendo says, well, this game is out now. And it's out that very second. And I think it's going to be Cadence of Hyrule.
That's a good guess. I think a lot of people have been guessing that just because a data mine showed it in the system of the eShop, so we know it like exists to some extent. And Nintendo's always got to have those stealth drops. So I could see that being the game.
Yeah, for sure. Who knows if it might be linked somehow to linked
I
to
was gonna say.
to Link's Awakening. That might be a nice way to talk about both and say, hey, you're gonna be waiting for Link's Awakening. Well, here's this game now. Play this one.
Yeah, that could be true. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I haven't played any of those games before, but Zelda remixes are fun. So
Yes.
my next prediction is, and I'm going to be very contrarian to me thinking there might not be 2020 games, but I'm going to say there's going to be a game announced for 2020 called WarioWare, and it's going to be for
Ooh.
spring.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I hope so too.
I always guess WarioWare. I wanted one. Last time I predicted this, we got a WarioWare, but it was the WarioWare Gold for 3DS.
Yes.
I wanted it for Switch.
Yes.
And I still haven't gotten WarioWare Gold for 3DS because I don't really buy 3DS games too much anymore.
Right.
So I want one for Switch, and that's my prediction.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Even if they just wanted to, I don't want to say recycle, but just reuse existing WarioWare content, that doesn't use. I guess it could use touchscreen, but maybe they would limit it so that you can play it in docked mode. But there is definitely enough for them to just do like a WarioWare collection for Switch.
Well, I feel like they've done like hardware gimmicks with WarioWare before, like WarioWare Smooth Moves or WarioWare Touched. Like you use the touchscreen for games, you use the Wiimote for smooth moves. It'd be I don't know. I feel like whatever we do, it would have a gimmick of like the Switch. I don't know, switching back and forth. Or give you it would play with the word, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I want them to use 2 Joy-Con. You actually have to play with 2, even if you're single player.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. I'm into that. All right, what's your next prediction?
So I think we're gonna see something for Mario Maker 2, and I'm thinking and I'm hoping that it's gonna be that it is going to have a theme or an art style that looks like Super Mario Brothers 2, the odd one of the group. I really want to see them just embrace that. I know a lot of fans are hoping for that, and I think since it's number 2, it just makes sense to have Mario 2 also.
Yeah, I think we're for sure going to see like those new skins that we'll be able to make
right
with. So I think that's likely. I had a Super Mario Maker 2 prediction too, and mine is that we're gonna get a Switch themed console revealed just because the game comes out later this month. So if there's gonna be a Switch for this game, now's the time to put it out.
That's a good point, and I mean it's a lot easier to make one about Mario than Fire Emblem. If they wanted a limited edition version of the system for the summer, oh for sure, it's got to be Mario.
Yeah, I could also see them like for Fire Emblem just going the Pro Controller route.
Yes, that's a good one. Yes.
Yeah, or Joy-Con. They should make more Joy-Con for games,
that's
specifically Animal
true.
Crossing. But yeah.
It's been a while. They could even just do like the standard colors. I guess the yellow ones were kind of tied to arms, but they can just do new colors without really having to tie them to a game. Just new colors. Those are cool.
Yeah. The other, now that you're mentioning it, those different like hardware types of things it's been quiet. Like we haven't seen too much, and I feel like maybe those rumors about a new hardware revision for the Switch are true. Mm-hmm. Just because they haven't given us too much hardware stuff, and when it's quiet, they're going to say something soon.
Yeah, not even Joy-Con, that's right. It could all be related.
Yeah, it really could.
Nice. So I have a prediction about the Smash character that's going to get announced. My prediction is simply that it's not going to be Banjo-Kazooie. I'm really hoping it is, but I just don't think it is based on, when they announced Joker in Sakurai, I said, keep this in mind. This is the approach that we're taking for these characters. And since Banjo is very much wanted and has been on a Nintendo system in the past, I think it's not them. I'm sorry, but I just don't think it's them.
That's a good point. My prediction was that we are going to get Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh!
But it's not... It's, I don't know. I guess I don't know how attached I am to this prediction. I will just say that of any character they could add in Smash, I think that's the only one I really want.
Oh, okay.
I'm fine with them adding whoever they want when they want. But the one I would want is just Banjo. Like that's it.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people for sure. It's one of the most requested, and it makes a lot of sense in terms of Nintendo history and in terms of Nintendo having a much better relationship with Microsoft right now. Who knows? We could even be hearing about this in about 2 hours during the Microsoft conference.
That's true. That's gonna happen pretty soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want Banjo, so I'm just gonna predict it.
Nice. So for Link's Awakening, I think it is going to be shown. I think they're going to have some type of multiplayer aspect to the game. They're going to show that as well. And I am pegging this game for October instead of Luigi.
I agree. I think Link's Awakening is going to be an October game. I've made my video about why I think things are coming when they are. But also, you've all seen me be wrong before. I thought Animal Crossing was going to be November 15th. As we all know, Pokemon Sword and Shield is November 15th. I got a date right, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So there's that, but it was just the wrong game, which is fine. Maybe that means Animal Crossing is coming earlier, but it also could mean that Animal Crossing is coming later, which would make us sad. But not you, Sergio. You are the enemy. You want it after Pokemon, so you can play Pokemon. And I'm like, you know what? When I get it, I will just play Animal Crossing. And I won't care about any other game coming out.
I know, that's the thing. And I mean, it is true. Deep down, my heart does want Animal Crossing as soon as possible, because if any game that I really want comes out after, I just know I cannot really give it full attention. I have to wait at least 1 year, a full year of Animal Crossing before I can play anything else.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's going to take up a lot of our time. We're going to be playing a lot, streaming a lot, recording a lot. You're going to be recording everything. Not even a lot, just everything. So it's good. I guess it's good that you get to play Pokemon before, but whatever. Cool. So I think you had a couple more to go.
Yes, I think Nintendo is going to reveal that they're working with a third party to have a port of a quote-unquote AAA game coming to the Switch. You know, a big release just to bring even more attention to the Switch. I wouldn't say they need it, but it's definitely nice, especially with third parties. There's rumors of The Witcher 3 coming to the Switch. I can also see them trying to get a port of GTA 5. I'm honestly not interested on either of those games, but I know they would attract a lot of attention, and it's games that people would want to see on the Switch.
Yeah, that's true. I think we're going to just keep seeing tons of games getting versions on the Switch just because things are selling well on there. A lot of people are interested in playing on the go as well as on their TV, so it works out. I see... I guess I don't have too many things left, but I skipped one that I wanted to mention. Super Mario Party DLC. I think it's coming, and I think we're unfortunately going to have to pay for it.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like a premium package that gives us like 4 more boards, probably 4 more characters or something, but I think unfortunately we're going to have to pay for this DLC. Alternatively, they could just be making Super Mario Party 2.
That's possible.
So, I don't know. One of those things I feel is gonna happen.
Nice. You know, I'm on board if it has full online play. Either way, if they add it to the original or they have a new one that does have it, I am in. But yeah, you know, we would just want to play the way we want to play. We want to play the full 20 turns or so, a full board game online with friends.
Yeah, I agree. Whatever the next version of Mario Party is, I just can't play this game anymore without online. Mostly because I don't get to play it too often. I don't have friends over too often specifically to play Super Mario Party.
Right.
But I would love to. But that's just not my situation right now. It's not my setup. So online is the way I would be able to play that game and enjoy it to the fullest.
Yeah, for sure. And it was almost a given back then last year because Nintendo wanted to start promoting the online service. in just to everyone's sad surprise, they just didn't. It does have an online mode that you can play. I don't know if you can play with just friends or it has to be with random players, but it's only like an assortment of the existing mini games, and that's really not what everybody wants.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it. That's
Oh,
how much I don't want it. So there you go, Nintendo.
yeah,
Make an
yeah,
online that matters, please.
yeah.
So I've got two more. How many do you have?
I have one more.
Okay, then I'll do one of mine first.
Yes.
The first one, Super Nintendo games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, yes.
That's my guess, because Super Nintendo is far superior to first Nintendo. I think the NES games are fine. They're nice to look at, and just revisit, but they're not like things that you can play for long periods of time, I feel. I've got to add another prediction to my thing later, but I will end on that. I just feel like Super Nintendo is far superior, and it would be really fun to have that, and I'm going to play Yoshi's Island.
Nice. That's an awesome one. I'm going to be playing Tetris Attack if we do get it. And if I can play it online, I can tell you right now, I would stop playing Rocket League and I would only play that early mornings every day. I love that game.
Yeah, it would be so great. All right, so we're down to our last ones. Do you want to go first or second, Sergio?
I would like to go first. I think we're going to see something completely new, something we have no idea that it's coming, but I think it's not going to be like a Mario Odyssey 2 or something so big. I mean, that would be nice, but I think it's going to be a Switch game. It's going to be digital only, so, a smaller scale release. And I think it's going to come out either around November or December. And some potential titles for this would be a new Rhythm Heaven. I would love that for sure. Or a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong. We haven't seen any of those for a long time, and I think it would be nice to tie in with Nintendo's online service and doing a lot of sharing of levels with that game. Other than that, I can see a Kirby spin-off being a digital-only game for the Switch.
Now that you're mentioning like other games too, I want Mario Golf. I think that's always been my favorite sports game from the Mario series, so Mario Golf would be fun, but Rhythm Heaven too. Like, I love playing Rhythm Heaven games, so
yes,
I'm into that. I would for sure want a Rhythm Heaven.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm into this. I did not make any one guess like that. My last guess is actually something that I think will not be there.
Oh.
And I think there will be no Pikmin or Mother 3. I'm sorry. I'm a big Pikmin fan. I want Pikmin 4. I wouldn't mind like a Pikmin collection coming to the Switch or anything. I think that'd be really fun. I'd probably get it again, even though I'm literally turning my head right now and looking at my Pikmin 3 for the Wii U, but I never plug it in. It just takes so long to turn the Wii U on and get into a game. And do you want to play with not Joy-Con? Do you want to play with the Wiimote or the gamepad? And I'm just like, there's just too much to handle here.
Yeah.
I live in simple times now. I have a Pro Controller. It has a home button, and I instantly see my games on my Switch. So
yes,
it's just so convenient that it's hard for me to go back to the Wii U. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see Pikmin stuff. I know for a fact we're not going to see Mother 3 stuff, and we're never going to.
No.
I'm sorry for all the Mother fans, but I just don't see it happening at this point. It's been a really long time, and I think it'll continue being a really long time.
Yes, I think they're saving that if Nintendo ever does something really bad or that really angers most of their fans with one decision, they will save this to sort of make up for that. And honestly, I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I don't think Mother anything is ever happening. And sad to say, it feels like Nintendo forgot about Pikmin. Supposedly Pikmin 4 is almost done, but I think they just forgot about it or they lost the file somewhere. They just haven't talked about it ever.
Yeah. So it's too bad because I think Pikmin's really fun. I think it's really fun to play, and it has really great multiplayer. And I don't know, even having like online multiplayer would be really fun with that game too. So
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it'd be a great adventure, but I just don't think they're gonna. I feel like at this point, with how many things are still coming and how many things we probably don't know about, there's gonna be just stuff that doesn't fit, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so we're gonna get into our Animal Crossing specific predictions, and before we do, I'm gonna have some more audience participation. So, my question to the audience is, what is only one prediction that you have for Animal Crossing Switch? So we'll go through some of your answers right now, while I add my other prediction. Okay, it's added. I remembered something. So, let's see. Sarah says couch co-op. Very short and sweet. That's one thing nice. I would like. Coming from the days of sharing the GameCube game with my brother and friend, I think nice. Couch co-op would be great.
Oh yeah, and Meg Bennett from YouTube, yeah, right away they said multiplayer, so it's a big requested feature.
Yeah, Topaz 10 says being able to send mail online. Yes, please. The only time we could do this was in City Folk, so I think it's time that we can send mail to each other's towns, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Luma Johnny from YouTube is telling us they want a larger town size. That would be nice. That would give us a lot more things to do and to have in our towns.
Yeah, and I mean, the Switch, we can have a larger town.
Oh,
it's
yes.
a much stronger system. The Bird 101 says, rotate your camera outside. I would not mind this at all. Even if it's just like a couple new angles where you remember the first Animal Crossing game when you'd walk into your house and you could only turn the camera pretty much like left and right and you could zoom
yes.
in and out?
Yes.
I think we should at least be able to do that in the outside portion of our town.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be very nice.
Yeah.
So Fantastic wants 15 or more villagers in a town and amiibo support. I agree with both. 15 would be nice. I think that's the most that we should be able to handle properly. And amiibo, yes, amiibo for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to read through. Meliboo says a city aspect. It's something that I think is not a stranger to the game at this point. Like we had a city in City Folk. I kind of consider the main street kind of the city portion in New Leaf, you know? So, you know, some city aspect. It's not impossible. I know a lot of people don't want the whole game to be a city. I don't really. But right. I think to some extent it's fun, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Sydney says more villagers in town. I think that'd be great. We used to be able to have 15 in the GameCube game. Unfortunately, that number has been cut down to 10. That's a big number.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So PVZ Show says a fully rotating camera. That'd be nice. Rolu wants to rotate the public works projects. That's a good one.
Yes. I want the whole public works project thing to be just revamped completely.
Yes.
it needs a tune-up for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like this. This one's really cute. Verity says, messages in a bottle that get sent to random towns. We have not had that since Wild World, and that one's really cute.
Yeah, for sure. Sasha 505 says maybe another island. So multiple islands. That'll be very interesting.
Oh yeah. I'm seeing more islands here too from Hinule, so that'd be pretty interesting.
Ooh.
Arrivederci says different terrains, and that's something I want for sure.
Yes, and who knows, that could even be DLC. Jumpsuma 247 is saying they want the events from Wild World, and that's true. They could just bring everything that they have taken out from Animal Crossing for one reason or another. Just bring it back.
Yeah, the number one event I want from Wild World, actually, there are two of them. There are two events that I want so badly from Wild World. One, the Acorn Festival, where we could get acorns from our trees. And two, the Lights Festival, when during the winter, your neighbors would fill their houses with lights.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and I have to mention this one. Evan says, more variety of trees, as Chewy has mentioned before. Yes. I want more trees. That's probably one of my number one wants for the game.
Yeah, for sure. And we have a power message from Broadway B 1998. Thank you for the support. They say furniture outside, maybe a backyard. And if the graphics are half as good as the Mario Kart map, I might cry.
Oh.
That's true. That's the benchmark. Half of that would be amazing. I'm good with that.
I want to cry right now just thinking about that. I want this game to look like the best Animal Crossing game that we have ever gotten. Because New Leaf, that blew my mind. New Leaf looked so good, and I was just like, I cannot believe I'm going to be playing an Animal Crossing game that looks this good. And that's just like, what is it? It's not very high definition. I'll tell you that. So thinking about like how good an HD Animal Crossing has the potential of looking, and then seeing it done in the Animal Crossing track in Mario Kart, that is truly incredible. It's one thing I for sure want. So, very good answer.
Yes. And Unemployed Tom Nook says they want no limit for public works projects. I think it's very possible. I guess the only limit would be that it wouldn't allow you to trap anyone, and so that you could still walk to any part of town. But as long as you meet those conditions, yeah, for sure, the Switch should be able to handle it.
Yes. I can't tell you how disappointed I was when I hit the limit and I was nowhere near done making my creation come to life.
Yeah.
I just wanted lampposts to line my town perfectly with all my paths, and so I don't know, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any more to read, or do you want to hop into our predictions?
No, we can do our predictions.
All right, everybody, thank you for your answers. We love them. I cannot wait to see this game on Tuesday. Come on. So let's do our predictions. And I guess that mine, I just put a spoiler out there. I think we're going to see Animal Crossing Switch on Tuesday. I think we're going to see it.
Yes.
I think I mentioned this earlier, but it's the first time in 4 years that we know an Animal Crossing game is coming, and we haven't seen anything about it, so show us. It's time. So, what do you think?
It's been time for a long time.
It sure has.
I agree. I think we're going to see it on Tuesday. I just think so. I think I agree with the fact that the date could be December 6th. You know what? I was also thinking maybe it could be November 1st. That would be 2 weeks before Pokemon. And my reasoning for this is, if I'm Nintendo, I know there's a Pokemon game and I know it's going to sell a lot of my Switches and it's going to make a lot of noise. But maybe I'm thinking I want to show the world, the gamers, that I care about my games first. I'm not even worried about Pokemon. If I have a game and I want it out in November, I'm going to put it out. And the game could be Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah, I agree with everything you said.
and you know, and let the gamers deal with it. Which one they're gonna get, or if they want to get both, which one they want to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna choose Animal Crossing all the time.
Yes.
So for me, it doesn't matter when it comes out because, I know a lot of people have been saying like December is a bad month for the game to come out. It's a bad month to start your town and everything. And I don't know, I guess I don't think of it that way just because Animal Crossing is about that real-time clock. It's about taking on that. It's a different way to play a game, you know, logging in once a day, experiencing something once a day, and then getting out and doing your own thing. And so even if you start your town in December, like it's not going to be December forever. Like you're going to move on. Yes. You're going to have a different experience as the game goes on. And it's kind of great. Like that's what is beautiful about Animal Crossing to me. That's the most important thing to me, is that there's still a real-time clock. There's still a movement of seasons. There's new events going on. I just want to see every single month in this game for years, you know?
Yes,
I want to be amazed every single month that I get into. So for me, it doesn't matter too much that the game comes out in December. Sure, we've missed Halloween. We've missed Thanksgiving. We've missed the whole year essentially. But December is also like close to January. That whole next year is coming up. Like there's always going to be another Halloween, another Thanksgiving, you know?
Yes, yes, for sure. And I have two arguments, I guess, against the naysayers for a December release. First of all, Wild World, at least in North America, I believe it came out like early December, if not really late November, but it was basically winter. And, Nintendo said, hey, we have this game, it has online, it's out in the winter holiday, and we know that it did really well. And also the fact that, yes, it is very snowy and everything looks the same for a while, but by the time I think that starts to become a problem and people start getting tired of all the snow, by that point, things start to clear up and spring is here, and it's like revitalizing the game visually too.
Yeah, we're going to get the experience of seeing, and I don't know, I also feel like if this Animal Crossing is a big update, like, sure, many people feel bored during winter, but maybe winter is a good time to get the game where we have just naturally more things to do.
Yes.
We still have to pay off our house, we still are collecting furniture and decorating things and growing our town, and so it just kind of fills a point in the game that a lot of people feel has been empty in the past,
Yes.
But at the same time, like, they also have the opportunity to really blow our minds by really expanding on each season, giving us more stuff that happens in the winter. Maybe, like, we always have the snowmen and stuff, but what if they do add that like, Christmas light again? Like, your place is just getting a bunch of Christmas lights, and it's super cool. But, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot that they can still have and add.
Yes, for sure. In a bit of a shameless plug, but on the Nintendo Jump podcast, me and Kevin were discussing, well, what if it comes out in January? By then you miss a lot of the late year holidays, and the next holidays are a long ways away. But he was suggesting that maybe Animal Crossing is going to embrace how every day or almost every day it's always like International Donut Day or Animal Day or anything. If Animal Crossing gets a lot of those and they make special events, every day could be a holiday. That was basically the conclusion, and I was really excited to hear that.
Yeah, I love that. I think that also like opens up to like what is the new theme of this game. Like New Leaf, of course, was you're turning over a new leaf by becoming mayor. You've got some more responsibility in your life,
Right.
And this one could just be like, here are all these new things that we can celebrate.
Yeah. And there could be so many.
Like every day is new. So
yes.
Yeah, if you need ideas for the naming contest, play with that. Play with the like every day is new or new day. Something that is fresh day. Here's some free name ideas for all of you to put in. But yeah, no, I like that a lot. Because that's kind of the thing with the game. Like that's always been the thing with the game. Every day you log in is a new experience.
Yes.
So,
yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So we both shared that one. And we may share this next one too, now that I'm looking at the notes. But we're going to... what do you think the date is going to be for the release of this Animal Crossing game?
So I am back on the December 6th train or prediction. Like I said, it could be November 1st, but I think most likely it just makes more sense. If we do get it this year, I think it's going to be December. And it kind of has to be the first Friday of the month.
Yeah, I agree with that date. I've flipped to the December 6th date. I think there isn't going to be a game from Nintendo any later than December 6th, is my belief. I think they want to get it within that first weekend of December, especially because you don't want to miss out on those holiday sales,
Right.
I know a lot of people want it September. I know a lot of people wouldn't mind it in October. I think those are still possible. I don't rule them out. Just because the February Direct was very much about giving us a schedule of spring through summer. And so
Mhm.
they gave us a summer schedule pretty much. They gave us June for Super Mario Maker 2. They gave us a date in July for Fire Emblem. I was going to say February. And then they gave us August for Astral Chain. So I think they covered the summer. They told us what was going to come out through summer because they knew the next time they were going to talk to us about anything was going to be at E3 in June. So I really think June's going to be focusing on fall through winter for this year.
Right. And, ever since they announced the game September 13 of last year, I just, from everything we saw back then, I thought, well, I'm going to say September 2019. And by now, by everything we have seen so far, which is nothing new, I just don't see it. I don't see the game getting announced in June and coming out in September. I think it's too short, especially because most likely it's not going to be a New Leaf refresh. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be September. I'm sticking with December.
Yeah. I lean towards September just because I talked about this too, that I think the localization is going to want to take as much time as possible with this game.
Oh, yes.
Which is good too, because a lot of people's complaint was we ran out of dialogue. There wasn't, the characters didn't say enough. And I agree to some extent. I think a lot of it has to do with, like, I played the game for 2 years straight. And so, of course, I was going to see duplicate dialogue at that point. But the other thing is, like, yeah, I wouldn't mind if they just spent a little bit more time and just did more dialogue, or even just put out DLC later that added dialogue to the characters. So
right.
Yeah, I'd be into that. All right, so we shared that prediction. My next one is that we will get a name, and that name for the game is going to be Coming Home.
Nice.
This is a name my friend Edwin came up with a long time ago. So he told me, you know what? I think Coming Home is a good name for it. And I was like, oh yeah, they kind of teased that in the one thing that we've gotten for this game so far. So I could believe it.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. I think we're gonna get a name. I'm excited to find out what it is. I'm not too confident on any of them. I was looking at my guesses too, and I don't like most of them, but I saw a lot of guesses from other people. Honestly, I think one of them it's gonna be on our list. I think somebody has to get it, and yeah, I'm excited to find out what it is.
Yeah, I really hope somebody gets it, and if we do, more people will get the game.
Yes.
Which I'm sure they're fine with too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So let me see. My next prediction is for the actual show. I think we'll get a 40 to 60 minute Nintendo Treehouse segment covering the game. I think nice. And you know what? I think they're going to do it a couple times. Like last year, they revisited games. They revisited Smash a lot, actually. But I think they're going to show us, like, especially, you know what? Now that you're saying, like, Kevin in Nintendo Jump was saying that every day could be new, they could show that off during this. They're like, okay, yesterday we logged in when we saw this happening. Today we're going to log in, and now it's this day, I don't know.
Right.
I think it goes with that idea, but I think it really, I think every day we're going to get like a good segment of New Leaf for sure.
Right. Oh, yes, that would be awesome. As for the Direct itself on Tuesday, I think they're going to show the game. I want to say that's a given at this point. But I think it's going to be, I want to say about 4 minutes, maybe 5, something short like that. And they're going to say they're going to do a lot of coverage of this game during the Treehouse. And like you said, I think there's going to be multiple hours. I think it's going to be each of the 3 days. They're going to feature it constantly. And the reason for that, I think we're not going to get an Animal Crossing Direct after E3 before the game comes out. I think they're just going to cover everything new about the game during the Treehouse. There's a lot hopefully there's a lot to cover, and I think they're just gonna say, well, we're gonna take this opportunity. This is gonna be Animal Crossing E3, basically low key but big key for Animal Crossing fans. So I think they're gonna use that opportunity to show it off, all of it.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. My next prediction, now I'm getting into more specific things about this game. My next prediction is the game will have a new and improved HD art style similar to Mario Kart 8. Where we got that really nice looking Animal Crossing track. I just think games are getting updated for the Switch. I think they're going all out with taking advantage of, this is the first time we're going to see a mainline game, mainline Animal Crossing game in HD. So I think they're going to go all out with it. I think they're going to give us something that truly looks new, because New Leaf was a huge, I guess, just update to the overall look of the game. Not only did we get like just better designs of things, but we also got the new characters with the longer bodies, so you could see, oh, I changed my pants. This is how I look now, you know? So I think we're going to see something that's pretty dramatic in the change, but also still feels very nice in Animal Crossing. Very cute, you know?
Yes.
So that's my prediction. HD is going to do us very well.
Nice. I'm not too sure if I have any predictions as for the game itself. I there's so much, Nintendo there's so many things they could do. It's hard for me to pinpoint something, but one that for sure I think it's gonna be a given is that there's going to be a lot of photograph opportunities or screenshots or little videos. So I think Nintendo's going to allow at least a character in the game to get a free roaming camera to take photographs of their town. Or there's going to be a lot of little things that you can do while taking a picture of you, of your villagers, of the public works projects. It's just going to be a photo sharing extravaganza.
That's one thing I'm really excited about, because it's now, like, the New Leaf introduced pretty much the screen grab feature for Nintendo. I think a lot of people underestimate like how much Animal Crossing has introduced features to other Nintendo games.
Yes,
but like taking screenshots, that started with New Leaf.
Exactly.
I guess technically it started in the Wii U, in the Wii with City Folk, where you had the camera option, and if you had an SD card in there, you could take a photo of what's going on, and save that and share that. But I don't know. I feel like once it hit New Leaf, like it became just an easier thing to do straight from your game. And so like being able to take screenshots on the Switch and video even, like you can just take a quick grab of something and then share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook. Unfortunately, those are the only two options so far.
Right.
But I mean, Twitter is the only one I really care about because I use that all the time. So I don't mind. But yeah, being able to share those things, I cannot wait to see. Because I followed so many Twitter accounts that were literally just cool Splatoon clips from people.
Ooh,
I'm going to follow probably a bunch of Twitter accounts that are just cute screenshots and videos from Animal Crossing once the game is out. So yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for on my feed 24/7.
Yes. Nice. Awesome. And hopefully there's a way for you to say, like a setting that you turn on and just say, every screenshot I take, just put it on Twitter automatically. That would be so convenient.
Yes, that would be the best. All right. Did I go? Is it my turn now?
It's your turn. You have a couple more, like actually feature specific.
Okay. Yeah. Next feature, I think we're going to be able to expand our towns. I've talked about this in a video, I think a couple weeks ago, but I think this is where you grow Animal Crossing next. I think we've always had the ability to pay off our mortgage and then grow our house, I think this is the first time we're going to be able to pay towards some sort of fund that lets us expand our town. And that means we're going to start with probably a small-ish town. It's not full size. Maybe, I don't know, 7 characters can move in. Like maybe you start with 3 or so, and then you hit 7, and that's kind of the max. But as you expand, it gives more room for characters to move in, more people. So I don't know. I feel like we're going to be able to just grow our town, find new features, new landscaping options, and then just put more room for villagers to move in, maybe up to 15 at least.
Yes. Nice.
So that's my next prediction for the game.
Cool. I'm for sure. I'm down for that. I want to say that Nintendo's going to try to enhance the differences between seasons. My thinking is something like Breath of the Wild, and now even Pokemon Sword and Shield. You see the environments are very different. And how do you do that when you only have one town in the game? Well, when the seasons change, a lot of things are gonna change. I'm thinking there could even be like I want to say a light sandstorm in your town, just so everything is safe. But there's something else different going on. I think the weather is gonna be very dynamic. I see Nintendo wanting every day and every season to look as different as possible.
Yes, I want that dynamic weather for sure. That's a huge deal for me. Just being I love getting different weather in Animal Crossing. When it's a rainy day, there's like nothing better than a nice rainy day in Animal Crossing.
Yes.
It's such a beautiful time. It's so nice to just experience the world. Seeing all your little villagers walk around with their umbrellas. Maybe they can all wear raincoats like Digby, because adorable.
Ooh.
Come on.
Yes.
That's one of the cutest outfits in the game. Digby in a raincoat, the cutest.
Yes.
So, yeah, I want to see that type of thing, especially like during the autumn, for example. Like, one of the big things is the leaves, of course, changing, eventually falling off the trees. Like, if you see leaves on the ground in your town and you run past them and they float up as you run by, yes. That's my dream right now. I am a man of simple pleasures, and one of those is running through the leaves and joyfully seeing them float up into the air and drift across the ground.
Yeah, those little moments, they add up so much and they make the game so special. The more of those little things Nintendo can do, at least with weather and seasons, I think they're gonna want to go for it.
Yeah. We need to see this game. I'm just so excited. I can't even hold it back anymore. But I will for the show. All right. My final prediction. And this one's kind of a funny one. And it's funny because I think a lot of the older generation Animal Crossing players who mostly, like, the height of Animal Crossing for them was the first game. I think a lot of them always think back to the NES titles. And I think this one's going to be an exclusive feature for those who get the online subscription with Nintendo. But I think, and I joke about this because even earlier where I was like, I want Super Nintendo games. I think the Nintendo games, the NES games, they're fine. I don't want to play them for longer than like 5 minutes. But I'd spend more time with SNES. But if we do buy the online program or the online service, I want to be rewarded by getting in-house, in-game Animal Crossing NES games. Just like the first game. So that's why I want it to be exclusive, because they're like, oh, you already have access to these games. Yeah, you can have the item in your game that lets you play it in your game. Because I would honestly play them more if they were in my Animal Crossing game than I would just on that NES app thing,
Yeah, okay. This might sound silly to some people, but I think you're gonna love it. What if when you're playing the games, you're playing them in the Animal Crossing world, so you actually see the Animal Crossing TV instead of having a full view of the game?
Yeah.
So you can see a little bit of your room.
Yes, that would be adorable. Like getting that setting. Okay, it's the VR mode.
Oh,
it's the VR mode. You can play games in your game. Virtual reality. That's my new guess.
Nice. Yes, especially they're adding that feature to most of their major games, if not all. So for sure, Animal Crossing is going to get something.
You know what? I said that was my last one. I'm going to predict VR in Animal Crossing too. We've got to get it. I want to be able to see my town from VR. I want to look around and see the settings while I'm just walking. And so I need to experience that. I need to be able to step into my Animal Crossing game.
Oh, no.
And it's just going to be a side thing. It's not going to be it's not going to be like the whole game needs VR or anything.
Right.
But it's going to be just an optional thing where you can, like, kind of like Zelda is, you know, like you can play in VR. You'll get dizzy if you do. But Animal Crossing, VR, that's what I want.
Yeah, if you get dizzy, it's worth it. Oh, it's going to look amazing.
Yep. So, did you have any other predictions for Animal Crossing?
No. It like I said, it's a little. There's so many things they could do. I just want to see it.
Yeah, there's so many things. Before I get to the last little audience participation question, I did log into the live dashboard on YouTube, and I saw there was another super chat from Lanimation 2, and they asked us, what games besides AC are you hyped to see in E3? And I guess we kind of covered what was going to be there. As far as hyped, I'm really hyped to see Luigi's Mansion, Link's Awakening, Fire Emblem, pretty much like all the Nintendo games that are Nintendo titles, you know?
Right.
I'm hyped to see them all. This channel is called Chewy Plays Nintendo, and it's because that's what I do. I play a lot of Nintendo. So yeah, that's what I'm hyped to see. I'd say those three. Pokemon we already saw. I would have listed that had we not gotten the direct.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah. What about you, Sergio?
From the Nintendo side, I'm really excited to see what else they're adding to Link's Awakening to differentiate it from, it's just a nice looking port or remaster. I'm almost certain, I could almost guarantee that they're actually adding something significant, and I'm really looking forward to what it is. From outside Nintendo, it's happening very soon. I'm really looking forward to Microsoft showing the sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. I have been waiting so long for this game. Finally, hopefully before Animal Crossing.
yeah, that would be very cool. Yeah, cool. So there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. I am very excited about it. So before we get into our last little segment, we have another audience participation question, and that is, how are you going to be enjoying E3 on Tuesday? Are you watching with friends? Are you watching by yourself? Are you watching live, or do you have to wait till after the show to watch it? Or are you joining us on our live stream here? So yeah, let us know how you're going to be checking it out. Medi says, I'm watching with the squad. And Sarah says, we have a VIP group voice chat. Oh, okay, cool. Verity says, in bed with snacks and pajamas.
Nice.
Topaz 10 is watching at work. Emily is watching with friends. Rocky, I have no friends. Cathario says, live with Haken. So they're joining us. That's going to be fun.
Nice.
GGB also joining us. Freezy Pop, I'm going to have to wait until after. I'm a camp counselor. Oh, Nina's gonna in that boat too. I know.
Right.
She's leading a camp so she'll have to come into some news later. Winnie World says live with y'all, and then give us some of those YouTube answers.
So Daisy says that she's going to watch it on her own. Garden of Something is going to watch it alone. Maria Soledad is going to watch the live stream. Poken Tomo watching alone as well. Grizzly is watching with 30 screaming children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I guess this is the first time I'm hearing a little bit of audio issues. Sorry if Sergio got crackly for you all just there. But yeah, like I said, we're going to have this all posted afterwards too. Tomorrow or tonight. We'll see when we get it done. But we'll have Sergio's audio fixed for that too. So just in case you all heard a little bit of weird sound, I'm glad it's not happening till now.
Right.
Yeah.
So Cristel says, I'll try to get my brother to watch it with me. That's nice. Maria says, live 100%. I like the spelling of that. And W. David says, with Game Fans online and live. That's nice.
Oh, no. We're getting a lot of messages on the Discord about your audio, Sergio.
Oh.
Do you want to try disconnecting and connecting again real quick?
Okay, let's try.
I'll keep them busy. I'll keep everybody busy. Yeah, I'm glad we haven't run into too many issues up until now. We've been going for a good hour so far, an hour and 18 minutes. And then on YouTube, this has been going for almost an hour and 18 minutes. So yeah, sorry if it sounds a little weird, but Yeah, like I said, it's going to be up live, not live after, but it's going to be up with just better sound, so it should be good.
Okay, I am back. Let's see how it's sounding now.
Still a little crackly. Oh no. A lot of nopes come in, but that's okay. We're on to our last segment of the show, and that is, of course, our Haken's Villager Corner. For those of you who don't know, Haken's Villager Corner takes place every week. I ask a question to our patrons, and they answer it, and we share those answers here. If Sergio's a little crackly, I guess I'll answer them for everybody. But yeah, this week's question was, will Animal Crossing be the direct opener, the closer, in between, or a no-show? So, Sergio, what are you thinking? Is it going to be at the beginning of the show? Is it closing? I know we're both thinking that it's not going to be a no-show at this point.
Right. I think it's going to be the opener. The reason is Nintendo wants to show us that, okay, we know you're waiting. Here's your game. Everyone is going to be happy when they show it. You know, Animal Crossing fans are going to love it. Everyone that doesn't follow Animal Crossing so much, at least they're going to say, there, it's over. We don't have to be hearing the loud complaints. We can focus on everything else now. So I think it's going to be the opener.
Yeah. Yep. So that's going to happen. I think it's going to be the closer because I think this is their last time to mess with us. So they're going to take advantage of it. They're going to hold out on information till the very last moment that they can. But they're going to make up for it by opening the treehouse with Animal Crossing. So
okay.
That's my thinking. It's going to close. The direct is going to close with Animal Crossing, and it's going to open with Animal Crossing, the tree houses.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. So let's go ahead and read some of our answers. Sergio, do you want to start?
Yes. So Grace, or a penguin named Abraham, says, closer. And I think Luigi's Mansion will open.
Cool. I think that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dragon Flame says, I'm leaning toward opener. They've already closed a direct with Animal Crossing, and after much anticipation, I think it'll be the one they open with this time. And I mean, that if you want a big opener too, it's a good way to do it, you know?
Yeah, a game that they haven't shown in almost a year, and it's supposed to come out this same year. That's the big one to show first, for sure. So, Fatastic says, Animal Crossing is a pretty big game this year, so I think it would be shown either in between or at the end. I'm thinking at the end again. Anyone who says it would not be shown cannot be my friend.
I guess some people are not going to be friends anymore. Which I don't know. I hope it's shown. There's always a chance that it's not, but I'm leaning toward yes at this point. Like, it's gotta be.
Yes.
Yeah. So Quantrell Toval says, the show is gonna open with Smash DLC or Luigi's Mansion. Animal Crossing is the closer/headline game unless Odyssey 2 or Mario Kart 9 comes out of nowhere. If Animal Crossing closes, the Treehouse will cover it first, as the Direct's last game always gets the spotlight first. And that's a pretty cool answer.
Yeah.
Odyssey 2 and Mario Kart 9 isn't something that came up in our predictions, but I would accept them.
Oh, yes. And it would be nice to see those first, you know?
Yeah.
So, Barry TV says, I absolutely see them torturing us and making us wait through it like we did in September, and like we have been doing for the past 9 months. But honestly, it would be an amazing way to end the direct. The worst part is counting down the minutes and realizing there is not a lot of time left. It's true. In the last direct, it happened. You see a game and you're like, okay, next. I want to see what's next, because this is not what I'm here for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to care about like the first things in the direct up until I see Animal Crossing.
Yes.
And then even after I see Animal Crossing, I'm just going to be too caught up on Animal Crossing to really focus on the rest of it. So I think my first viewing of this E3 Direct is going to be rough.
Yes.
So Emmy says, Yes, all of the above. Can it just be the whole direct? Jokes aside, I'm guessing it'll be their one more thing. Please take a look announcement. Got to keep us waiting until the last possible second. So that's kind of my thinking with it too. I just feel like they're gonna hold out on us for as long as they possibly can just to mess with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. And that guarantees that we're gonna have to watch the direct a couple of times. Like you said, the first time we're just there for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, definitely. And your audio's sounding better too, which is great.
Oh, nice. So Jam says, I think it's going to be shown at the end. There's been a big lead up to this game with no news, and I don't think they're going to make the wait any easier for us. So they will torture us right to the end and give us that trailer and release date that we have been waiting years for. So we get everything good, but at the very end.
Yeah, all the stuff that we've ever wanted. But, better late than never, right?
Yes, yeah.
So Grizzly Nina says, I gotta stick with my pessimistic prediction. It's not gonna be at E3. We're all going to shrivel into sad raisins. Oh no! Oh, that's so sad. And please don't be mean to Nina. She does a great job as our mod here. She's watching the YouTube chat. So, but I mean, somebody's got to keep our expectations low, We never know.
Yeah, I mean, just yesterday I was thinking of a no-show, and just overnight I thought more about it and I changed my answer. I'll probably change it again in a couple of minutes. If it's a no-show, I don't know if I'm gonna be sad. I'm just gonna be upset. I might need a couple of minutes to recollect myself and calm myself down if it's a no-show.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be emotionally torn. I'm gonna be struggling forever until we see it. So,
oh yes,
yeah, that's how I'm gonna feel. It's gonna be sad.
Oh, for sure. So Callie says, I feel like it might be the closer, just because they can. They have kept us in suspense for this long. They might want to mess with us a little. I could definitely see them do that. And I mean, I guess most people are thinking that, it's going to be until the very end.
Yeah, it really could. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can say. I agree. I feel like it's going to be the end.
Oh, man.
Amarok 44 says, to me, it makes sense that they'll have it. Sorry, let me start over. To me, it makes sense that they'll have a 4 to 5 minute trailer of Animal Crossing in the middle of the direct. They will have games like Luigi's Mansion 3 at the beginning and possibly Bayonetta 3 at the end as the big wow moment. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Bayonetta 3 would be a big wow moment. I mean, it will be for a lot of people. I know a lot of people are excited for it, but I think like the big wow moment's going to be something that if it's not Animal Crossing, I agree that it'd be just something that we don't know about,
Right. Or a big change to something that we know about, and that could be Animal Crossing itself.
Yeah, but I guess I think about last year where the big wow moment, which some of us were more like, gosh, how long is this going to go? But the big thing was Smash, like we knew about it going in, and they were like, we're going to close with this. And even the year before, the big wow moment was Super Mario Odyssey. Like we knew about it going in, and then they closed with Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
So in one sense, it's like, oh, well, obviously it's going to be that because it's the one thing we know about that we haven't seen. But in the other, it's like, oh, we should have expected that. So
right.
So yeah.
In this year, we don't know unless, between today and tomorrow, they kind of put out a statement that kind of hints as to their closer. But so far, everything is open.
Yeah. There are a lot of possibilities right now.
Yeah, for sure. Agatha says, it will be the closer. Nintendo loves giving Animal Crossing fans extra anxiety.
Yep. I mean, we are an anxious group for sure. I remember watching our chat go as we were watching the February Direct, and we were just like, one more thing. What is it? And it was really cute, but also heartbreaking.
Yes.
Because that Link's Awakening remake looks adorable.
Yes.
Lyalatron says, the end, as Nintendo loves to torture us. Yep, another torture vote.
Yeah, definitely the big winner of the choice here. So Tap says, I think it would be an amazing way to start off. Imagine the excitement level for everyone that has been waiting. I say opener. It's true. I think everyone is going to be really excited. Like I said, even people that aren't exactly Animal Crossing fans, they're going to be excited because they're going to see, oh, Nintendo's finally showing new games they haven't shown. We could be in for a big E3. And I mean, honestly, we could be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was listening to the Game Explain discussion about this, and they were kind of saying how it could be a low-key E3, and I was like, wasn't last year pretty low-key? Like, the biggest thing there was Smash. They spent a long time on it, and I mean, it's exciting for a lot of people, yes, but that's one game, you know? Outside of that, we got Super Mario Maker, or not Super Mario Maker, Super Mario Party, and like essentially we found out about like one new game coming from Nintendo. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like last year was pretty low key. It was as low key as this year has been, where
yes.
I think February we got 2 ports, which was Bayonetta 1 and 2, and then there was Kirby Star Allies after that, and then a Labo kit. And that was their beginning of the year last year. This year, there was a port of New Super Mario Maker. Oh my gosh, I'm going to keep saying that. New Super Mario Bros. 2, or Wii U. I don't know. It's got that long title.
Right.
But we got the port of that game, followed by Yoshi's Crafted World, followed by another Labo kit. It's literally the same exact thing as last year. And I think that's why people are bored. Like the first game I bought last year was Mario Tennis Aces in June. The first game I'm going to buy this year is Super Mario Maker 2 in June. It's the same year. I'm literally having deja vu here. So I don't know. I feel like last year was low key. This year, it's going to be just way more exciting because Animal Crossing. That's the only thing I need to be hyped. And that's kind of how last year people felt. It's just exciting because Smash. And yeah, so I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, for sure.
So I think it's my turn, right?
Yes.
All right. Evan says, I agree with Quantrell and Emmy. I think it'll be the last thing we see in the Direct, then showcased in the Treehouse. If this happens, though, we'll all be on on the edge of our seats for the entire Direct, probably unable to fully enjoy anything prior to Animal Crossing. The possibility of a no-show is still lingering, and yeah, it's lingering, but I think it's become less likely, especially after this week. And I'll say it's mostly because, a lot of people are worried about Metroid Prime 4 style delay where they scrap the whole thing and restart. But we got that announcement well before the February Direct. Like Nintendo gave us some time to process that information. At this point, E3 is 2 days away. They've missed their opportunity to tell us Animal Crossing isn't going to be there and that they've restarted. So at this point, I'm expecting it,
Yes, you don't want bad news like that at E3 or even close to it because it's just gonna damper whatever good things you show. For sure, I don't think it's gonna get delayed, or even if they say it is getting delayed, they're gonna show a lot of the game just to counter that. If that happens,
Yeah. So they've got to show stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Kakulu says, I think it will be the closer, unless they have a secondary surprise about it, like an app or something. They always save their main show stopper for the end.
Yeah, and this is a heart stopper for me. It's gonna blow us up for sure.
Yeah, yep.
Bunny says, I originally thought it would be the one last thing to make us suffer, but now I think it might be in the middle, with a decent bit of information shown off, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of stuff. I think the one last thing will be a completely new announcement, and as Animal Crossing has already been announced, it will be shown beforehand. I wouldn't mind, as long as they spend like a good amount of time on Animal Crossing in the middle, I'd be happy,
Yes, yeah, and for sure, a lot of coverage in the Treehouse. That's almost more of a given, I think.
Yeah, and it's almost what I'm looking forward to even more.
Oh yes, good point. Yeah. So Charlotte says, I think if they show it, it will be the last one at E3. However, part of me is expecting not to see it at all. I don't want to get my hopes up. I completely agree with this. That was my line of thinking as soon as yesterday. It's just, we don't want a repeat of last year. It hurt too much. We don't want that again, Nintendo.
Yeah, it'd be too hard on us.
Yeah.
So Sasha505 says, at the end, although it could work as the first thing they show as well. It's another opener, or a closer, but maybe opener.
I think it would work on either of those more than at the middle. Either one, it would sort of make more impact.
Yeah, that's a good point.
In the middle.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. So Cathario says, I think it could be at the end, since Nintendo ended the Direct with it in September. But I would much rather it be at the beginning of the Direct so we can finally learn about Animal Crossing. That's a good point. They've done it before. They could want to do it again, just a repeat. So who knows?
Yeah. Will Be kept it simple. They just all capsed opener.
Yes.
So they want to see it right from the get-go. Just hit us with the good stuff, Nintendo.
Oh, that would be the biggest surprise. So Rolu says, I hope it's the opener or at least close to the beginning, so I can enjoy the show without being worried it won't show up at all. Yes, whenever it shows up, that's going to be a big turning point for the Direct. Who knows, we could be too distracted if we see something really good, and we're just going to want to keep replaying that part over and over.
Yeah, I would just want to go back to that trailer the entire time.
Yes.
So Sarah says, I'm late to the party, but I hope it's the opener or in between. The suspense would absolutely kill me if it's the closer. I feel like I definitely wouldn't be able to enjoy the Direct properly if I just spent the whole time waiting for Animal Crossing to show up. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm just going to be waiting for it, and even after they show it, I'm just not, I don't know. I mean, I'd probably enjoy everything a little bit better, but I'd still just be distracted. This E3 is going to need a second watch from me.
Yes, I agree with the Queen of Queens. I think if we don't see it close to the beginning or at the beginning, it's just going to be very difficult. And honest, like, a lot of us are nervous already. Imagine if we have to go through this feeling throughout most of the Direct. That's kind of unfair.
Yeah, definitely.
So Abadea says, I just hope it's there. But I do really hope it's an opener. I'm with the others on here. I wouldn't be able to focus on anything else if I just knew that was a May show item. Again, it's a possibility. It's so hard to say. I'm honestly, I wonder when Nintendo decides these things. They could be working on the Direct even right now. So if we don't know, maybe because they don't know themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they've got it probably by now. It's in 2 days, so they must they know all things that we don't, and they hold tight to it until it's finally time to show us. All right, and our final answer is from Kiwi, and they said, I feel like it will be in the middle, but a bit closer to the end. This will build up some more hype, but still allow for plenty of time to talk about the game and satisfy the fans. So, yeah, there we go. We have everybody's answers from Haken, and thank you so much. I'm very excited to see this game. I hope we finally get to see this game. I know many of us have been waiting for years. I usually have some fun numbers to share, but yeah, this time all I can really think of is that it's been literally today 6 years since New Leaf came out in North America. It is the 6-year anniversary of New Leaf, so that's a big thing. That's a big step. It's been about 10 years since we've seen Animal Crossing on a console, on our TV. I know a lot of people have mostly played Animal Crossing on handheld, be it Wild World or New Leaf. The sales numbers show for sure. A lot of copies have sold that on the DS and 3DS. So I know, but I'm really excited for people to experience an Animal Crossing game, not just on the go, but like on their TV. Like, plug this game into your TV for at least once and just experience how good this looks. So I'm excited for that.
Yes. Yes, looks and sounds Animal Crossing always has amazing music, and just on a TV or your sound system, oh, it's a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, oh man, just thinking of the sounds, the new KK Slider songs, it's going to be so fun listening to those.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for listening. If you want to be part of the conversation on all things Animal Crossing, join our Discord. I have a link in the description of this podcast. It's totally free to join. You don't have to be a patron. And if you do join, you can enter our naming contest. And like I said, there's a cutoff. So be sure to enter the Discord and learn more about that. Please follow the rules. We'll find out if you're not, and you will, unfortunately, just be disqualified. So don't let that happen. We want you to get as many guesses as possible, which is 5. So join the Discord. Sorry, I was going to say Patreon. You don't have to do that, but join the Discord to join that. And if you do want to become a patron, visit patreon.com/ChewyPlaysNintendo. For just $1, you can support our show. You can get tons of cool things. You can see our current goals, which we just reached a major goal this month. We are getting $100 a month, and so that means there will be new Haken artwork every single month. The first one will debut for the summer, June 21st it will debut, actually June 25th, because that's the first day of summer where the show actually airs. That one will run through July, and I'm going to be looking for a new artist for August. So you're going to start seeing new Haken artwork every single month. So really big. Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. Thank you to our mods who are also Patreon supporters and do so much for this show and the community and keeping it together. So I'm so grateful for that. And yeah, we're very excited about reaching this goal. The next one is 200, and we're going to try to make actual merch that people can enjoy. That's Chewy Plays themed, specifically Animal Crossing themed. So anybody who wants merch, we're going to try to make that happen in our next goal. So it's fun. If you're watching or listening on YouTube, and this will be for the recorded version of the show because the live stream is going to end pretty soon, but please leave a comment about your E3 plans and predictions, especially about Animal Crossing. We want to hear those. We're very excited for this game, and we know a lot of you are too. Finally, please leave a review of the show wherever you're listening. It helps the show gain some visibility and allows our community to grow. And once again, thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.